What's going on? It is Dave Duford here at Final Expense Agent Mentor, FAAgentmentor.com, late night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Reporting in on some hopefully good production reports, and wanted to kind of give you a report from the front lines about how my efforts at selling Final Expense for reals, has been this week, to give you some insight on what it's actually like to experience a week of selling Final Expense like I do it. So before your very eyes, I have created and produced a weekly production worksheet that has tracked my results. And what I'm going to do in today's broadcast is take you through what a typical day is like for me, or what my typical days were like for me this week, and take you through some of the experiences of working some of these leads, and then review with you my overall results for the week in an effort to help you understand what Final Expense is like, how it's really sold, and what kind of numbers are actually possible. So let's zoom on in to day number one. I didn't do anything, laid around the house, kept my feet up, lazy and all, Monday and Tuesday. But Wednesday, actually figured might as well get to work. So on Wednesday, had a total production of 7 appointments booked by my appointment setter, as you can see right over here on screen. Luckily, 6 of the 7 showed up. Very pleased with that. And out of the 6 that I sat with, I closed 3 applications for a total conversion of leads or apps to appointments booked ratio of 43%. I wrote a $109 deal, a $24 deal, and a $28 deal. Very, very good. Wrote some singles and, of course, hit the home run. So very happy with that. Now we roll on to Thursday here. We got 8 appointments booked. Saw 7 of them. So only 1 no-showed. That was great. And wrote 3 deals. And yet again, had some pretty hefty-sized deals in conjunction with a small little single. Did a 20 for the first one. Then hit an 85 and an 107 to end the day. And then today, Friday, again, set 8 appointments. Saw 7 of the 8. Actually, no-showed. I no-showed, for a little poetic justice to these damn people. I no-showed the last one, and I'm going to go see him another day. And closed 4 apps, 50% conversion ratio off of appointments set, and hit a bunch of singles today. Overall production for the week, I ain't working Saturday if you're wondering. Overall production for the week was 23 appointments booked. Saw 20. I didn't know what I guess it's probably about an 85, 87% show ratio, which is absolutely fantastic. Hats off to my appointment setter. He's one of the best people I've worked with at setting rock solid appointments. And out of those 20 I sat with, I booked or closed 10 deals for a total production of 6,060 AP. Right where I need to be, considering the amount of days in the field that I produce and the number of appointments that I run. So I was very pleased, to say the least. And if you're wondering, one of those sales was from a referral. I got it on Thursday, closed it on Friday. Still got maybe 2 of the 5 left. The other 2 of those weren't interested. And I got 55 leads total. And set of the 55, 42% of those as leads, which is right where I need to be. I run my business a little different. I've had conversations with some of you about that. Primarily what I do is appointment-based and driven. I don't do a lot of door knocks anymore. It's not that I don't want to. Well, okay, I don't want to, but I can if I have to. And what I try to do, though, is consolidate as many appointments as I can in a day and run them on the hour, or as I've done this week, on 45-minute segments. Believe it or not, on Wednesday and Friday, I was home really before 5 o'clock. Thursday, I came home around 7. Could have been home at 6. Did some office work out of the house to get it done. And that was it. Pretty cool. And what I wanted to do, too, in addition to this, give you some of my thoughts on this. This is what I would call a rock-solid week. So, and I'm going to show you some pictures of some of the places I saw, because I know some of you watching this are thinking, what kind of market does Dave work? What kind of people does he hit up? I'm going to show you some samples here in a second. But this is what I consider a really good week for me. All the numbers here pan out. Got a $600 average AP case size. Right about a little bit above average for me, actually. I probably write closer 550 AP. But those big deals, as you could tell, pull up the average quite well. And conversion ratios were rock solid where I need to be. And, I'm thrilled, to say the least. So this was a very good week, and got to do all this production without staying late out in the field. And what I'm finding is, in this area I worked was very rural, and we experimented with 45-minute between appointments. So first one at 9, next one at 9:45, next at 10:30, and so on. And it worked out great. Show ratio was great. Got late to a few of them, but I can really get banging them out, especially as you get experience in this business. As some of you know, you need to spend less and less time in the field, and you can produce more from it. So let's take a look at some houses I've seen, in case you guys are curious. I'll tell you a little bit of story about some of these. So this is the first lady I saw this week. She lived in this little quadplex. Ended up not selling her, but I did squeeze a referral out of her, so that was good. She wasn't interested. She's a deadbeat. That's okay. But for you guys wondering, what kind of people are you going to sell final expense to? Well, people who live in quadplexes, live in apartments, live in rentals, that kind of thing. That's your typical final expense type of prospect. So that was the first one. Second one here, also, of course, work lots of trailers. If you guys have talked with me, I am big on working the country. And when you're out in the middle of nowhere, you'll see a lot of these everywhere. You can tell you're in the country because you got livestock in the back chewing on grass. So this deal was wrote, and I got a referral. This lady was a referral. I wrote her, I think it was her aunt, 83 years old today. And got another referral I think I have a pretty strong chance with. And that was after the sale was complete, guys. I didn't come back. I didn't nurture or foster it. I asked for it immediately. This was one I wrote today. This was probably my favorite one of the day. In this little cottage out in the country. It's funny. When I walked in here and used the restroom, I smelled ivory soap and some incense that immediately put me back into my childhood when my family used to own a cottage in Canada on Lake Huron. It was very rural, very kind of small town. But it's funny how smells can really just bring back lucid emotional memories. And just being in that little place was just a friendly reminder of nostalgia and a childhood that, now I have I took for granted. Now kind of wish I could go back to that place. So, not a roach-infested motel. Some of these were that I showed and been to. But you get people who have their act together. These people were great. I liked them a lot. And lastly here, there's another trailer you can see, like many of these people have, pit bulls chained to a dog, dog chained to a pit bull, dog chained to a pit bull. Jesus, David, it's late here. Haven't drank yet, guys. Promise. Chained to the tree, and there's a bunch of pit bulls inside. This lady wouldn't let us in. We sat here on the porch. And actually, this is the cleanest representation of her house I've seen in a while. I've actually got 3 cards back from this person. Every time she comes out and says, "Well, I'm so sorry, I can't let you in," and by God, I got 3 people living with me, and none of them work, and I'm paying $700 a month to keep the lights on and feed them, and blah, 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 blah. And she said this for probably the past 3 years. And, of course, we think third time's a charm, right? People change their colors. Nope. No, she didn't buy. A new excuse every single time. Actually, there's like 5 cars in the driveway. It was pretty much a junk heap. But, interesting enough. It's funny because you get a lot of repeat offenders that send these cards back and don't do anything. And I've had a couple of those. Actually, the first one here I showed you guys here. This one, I got a card from her like 3 or 4 years ago. And she never met with me. Finally did, but she was just kind of not interested. So that was the week in total. Again, you can too do the kind of production that I'm doing. Nothing I'm doing is magical. It's really just an optimization of the system I teach. It is a little different than when I teach my agents, but this is a goal to strive for. And this is, again, just in 3 days worth of work. No late nights. On track to do $25,000 in premium this month. That's my goal. And, not sweating too much about it. So let's cross our fingers and hope it'll keep going the way it is. As we all know, especially those who have done final expense for a considerable period of time, know there are ups and downs. Certainly not going to lie and say that it doesn't happen. We're just hoping for the best. So let's see here, guys, see if you've got any questions or comments. Not really any at all. That's fine. It's cool. It is late. Kind of did this thing on the spot, so there's really nothing going on. Last thing I'll share with you guys, I got a nice reprimand from, not a reprimand so much as a suggestion to start promoting my wares a little bit more. I'm not heavy on the self-promotion. Probably I should be. But if you guys watching this are unaware, I do recruit agents and train them into final expense producing machines. We differentiate ourselves because I actually am a producer, as you can tell by the numbers here created today. And know what it's like to be in this business through the thick and the thin. I failed out. I've gotten back in, fighting myself to stay into the business as best I can. And what I bring to the table is helping agents out like you who are new, who need training and mentorship to develop yourselves into a successful experience and career selling final expense. If you're a current agent and are looking to switch agencies, I can help you dial into the kind of system that I use, and as well as get you access to fixed price direct mail programs, high response rate direct mail programs, and carriers that are just absolutely awesome to work with to give you good prices and flexible underwriting. I typically have only the best and none of the worst when it comes to the final expense option carriers. If you're not interested in joining the mentorship program, I do also offer the Inner Circle program, which essentially is a training and coaching arm that doesn't require your allegiance and contracts with the mentorship program, but you get access to private training, group coaching, one-on-one coaching, access to me for underwriting questions. It's a very good group. Got a Facebook group, got tons of training material that I've done over the years. Access to for you for free in exchange for access or in exchange to membership on a monthly basis. If you'd like to check that out, go to feagementmentor.com as well if you're interested in joining, and click the Inner Circle program for more information, or just kind of mosey around, see what we do. Also sell leads, Facebook leads, telemarketing leads. I got a book too, #1 bestseller on Amazon. If you like that stuff, it's there for you. And anyways, guys, hope you like this little short I did. Hey, Carlos Linus, net's looking like about 4-1, which is right where I want to be. So little mathematical jujitsu, but ultimately I'm taking home a good chunk of that after expenses. So I hope you enjoyed. If you guys have any questions or concerns and you're watching this after the fact, you are welcome to post a comment in the bottom. I'd like to respond to everybody and help everybody that would like to be helped. So again, congratulations on a productive week if you actually did do something. If you didn't, shame on you. Get to work, make some money, help some people out, enjoy the business. And if I can do anything for you, as you know, I'm here to help you. And this is Dave Duford, Final Expense Agent Mentor, Final Expense Inner Circle, logging off. We'll see you guys on the flip side. Y'all take care. Bye.